The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Ottumwa Bulldog basketball is on the air here on your news and information leader, 1240 AM and 102.7 FM KBIZ. Our coverage of Bulldog basketball is made possible thanks to these sponsors. Mark and the team at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa. By Cole Palace Cafe and Books. By Community First Credit Union. By Shannon and the team at Dixon's Floors and More. By Family First Chiropractic. By Lisco of Fairfield. By Josh, Brenda, and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home. By Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. By Ottumwa Community Schools, where we engage, educate, and empower every student every day. By Ottumwa Regional Health Center. By Dr. Dwayne Petrito and the team at Petrito Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. By River Community Credit Union, where everybody knows your name. By River Hills Community Health Center. By Slayton Polaris. And by Sonic Drive-In, North 63 in Ottumwa. Now, let's get you to the court with the voice of your Ottumwa Bulldogs, Jason Van Arkel.
Ottumwa High basketball is on the air. Good evening, everybody. From the Pomerantz Gymnasium in Des Moines, Jason Van Arkel reporting tonight. Annie Argo is our on-site video producer. Brandon Drew, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. It's a CIML Metro Conference boys matchup tonight between your Ottumwa Bulldogs and the Des Moines Roosevelt Roughriders. Of course, normally when we play conference games, it's usually a girls-boys doubleheader. But if you did not hear the news earlier today, the Ottumwa girls JV and varsity basketball games tonight against Roosevelt have been canceled. And I'm going to bring up here just to make sure I get the quote right from Ottumwa girls head coach Joe Vandenberg. The Ottumwa girls basketball program is dealing with a COVID issue, and they don't yet know what the time frame is for them to return to action. But the Bulldog girls basketball team, their game tonight against Roosevelt canceled, and it really would be speculation for me to say whether or not upcoming games might be played or not, but given the normal nature of when teams have to pause for COVID, I would say it's likely that the Bulldogs will not play at home on Friday either, when OHS has a scheduled doubleheader with Des Moines Lincoln. And after that, it'll be kind of a wait-and-see thing for Ottumwa girls basketball. But we do have the boys game tonight, again here on KBIZ and on the live video stream. OHS comes in at 9-4. They're 3-2 in the Metro Conference, and they're coming off probably their most impressive win of the year, a 21-point blowout victory Friday over Des Moines North. The Bulldogs got a double-double out of Adam Greiner Friday night, 21 points and 12 rebounds. Trey Swartz had 20 points. Joe Hammer had 10 assists in the game. And the Bulldogs shot nearly 62% from the field. The majority of that was inside. They're only 2 of 10 from three-point range, but still put up 62 and held a talented North team to only 41. The Bulldogs want to keep winning. Only a few more games until they'll decide the seeding for the sub-state tournament. Ottumwa right now 9-4. And when you look at the rest of the sub-state, Johnston would still be considered the 1 seed. They're 6-1. Cedar Rapids Kennedy's probably the team Ottumwa's competing with for that 2 seed. Kennedy's 7-6. And then you have Linn-Mar at 4-6, Cedar Rapids Prairie at 3-6, and Iowa City West at 2-4. Kennedy, by the way, is playing 4 games this week. We're going to keep an eye on them this week. Tonight they're taking on a 10-3 Mount Vernon team on the road. Tomorrow night a 6-5 Waterloo West team at home. On Friday they'll be at home to take on a 9-5 Cedar Rapids Washington team they've beaten once early in the year. And then on Saturday, Cedar Rapids Kennedy's at a 9-2 Dubuque Hempstead team. So it's a tough stretch this week for Kennedy. Obviously, we'd like to see them drop a couple games, and we want to see Ottumwa keep winning so the Bulldogs can get a first-round bye in the sub-state playoffs and a home game in the semifinal. As for the Bulldogs' opponent tonight, Des Moines Roosevelt, they are 2-6. They're 2-3 in Metro play. They are coming off a win on Saturday over Des Moines Lincoln, and the Roughriders have lost a couple of close games to good teams in Southeast Polk and Hoover. Their head coach Adam Daly's in his second season, 9-21. They don't shoot the ball really well, and if you remember the two games with Ottumwa a year ago, Roosevelt beat Ottumwa. And by the way, the 2 games are only 8 days apart because they'd had a postponement earlier in the season last year. But on February 6th last year, Roosevelt beat Ottumwa 46-43. That was not a good loss for OHS. Roosevelt was only 7-15 a year ago. Then in the rematch, Ottumwa won, but it was only 46-40. That game was right here on this court. Trace Hortz had 24 in that game, and Kai Glosser had 11. The two teams have split the last 4 games in the series, and before that, Roosevelt had won 8 in a row, but the tides turned a little bit. And this is a game that Ottumwa not only feels like they should win, but thinks they need to win by double digits. The Bulldogs, they don't want to embarrass people necessarily, but they feel like they need to make a statement ahead of the seeding of the sub-state bracket. They want to make a statement that they deserve that first-round bye, and so beating Roosevelt tonight and beating them pretty soundly is on the agenda for head coach Neil Hartz and his team. The players to watch out for with Roosevelt: Jakari Bradley, their leading returning scorer, 13 points a game this season, and then sophomore Sam King, averaging 11.8 points per game. So they got a couple of guys that can score a little bit. Now, they scored 66 points in their season opener, which was at the beginning of January, or January 8th actually, and that was a loss to Des Moines North, 79-66. Roosevelt hasn't been that close to 66 since then. They don't shoot it all that well, they don't rebound all that well, but they will try to slow it down, they will try to muck it up a little bit, and if they get a lead, they're going to hold the ball and really slow the tempo of the game down. So Ottumwa, their goal tonight is get out to a hot start, get a lead, and make Roosevelt play from behind. Still plenty to come before we tip off tonight's Bulldogs and Roughriders game. We'll take a 3-minute timeout and continue on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
Keeping you, your families, and your businesses connected in these challenging times is now more important than ever. We here at Lisco are dedicated to continue providing the same local customer service we have over the years. Both your business and home internet and phone service is Lisco's priority. Lisco, your local communications provider. Call me, Megan Daly, at 641-209-5400, 641-209-5400, or visit online at www.lisco.com.
Hi, I'm Rick Johnson, CEO of River Hills Community Health Center, where we've been growing healthy communities for the past 20 years in Ottumwa, Centerville, Richland, and Sigourney.
We recently made some modifications, but we are now back to normal with safety and precaution in mind. All of our clinic locations are open and have returned to regular hours. Appointments are being accepted in all clinics, so call for your appointment today. Remember, River Hills Community Health Center. Diversified services, exceptional health care.
At See First, we believe our members deserve financial solutions unlike any other, where the people make you feel appreciated, where you can find the right tools and products at the right price, where high-tech solutions provide serious convenience, not frustration, and where members are so happy they tell their friends. Thank you, See First members. Together really is better.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at Mike'sPizzaSteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Opa!
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball, Bulldogs on the road at Des Moines Roosevelt tonight. Boys only here on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream at ottumwaradio.com. We talk about this stretch of games being important for Ottumwa as they try to lock up a 2-seed and a first-round bye in the upcoming sub-state tournament later this month. After tonight, the Bulldog boys will host Des Moines Lincoln on Friday. They won the first meeting at Lincoln 73-57. The game wasn't even that close. Ottumwa had its reserves in the whole fourth quarter. Then on Monday, Ottumwa will travel to Mount Pleasant. They will look to avenge that early season loss to Mount Pleasant. Lost to them 58-47 back on the 8th of December. Of course, that was the game where Ottumwa was missing 6 players and its head coach due to COVID concerns. Bulldogs should be at full strike next Monday night for that rematch. Then they'll see Des Moines Roosevelt for the second time this season, a week from Friday night at home. Hopefully the Bulldogs will be going for a sweep then. Then on Saturday, we've got the make-up home games with Des Moines East. Hopefully that'll be girls and boys. The boys will be at 3:30. That's Saturday afternoon, the 13th. That's the same day as district wrestling, by the way. So I'll be calling basketball, but hopefully we'll be having some coverage of district wrestling. The Ottumwa wrestlers will be in the district tournament at Iowa City West that day. But back to the Bulldog basketball team. They blew out Des Moines East. 64-40 was the final. That was another game in the first meeting where Ottumwa had reserves in the whole fourth quarter. And then we'll have the makeup game at Waukee on Monday, February 15th, Tuesday, February 16th on the road at Fort Madison, and then senior night for the Bulldogs, Friday, February 19th at home versus Southeast Polk. Now those last few games, I don't think anything past the Mount Pleasant game next Monday will matter for the sub-state seeding because the coaches of the 6 teams in Ottumwa sub-state should have had their meeting by then or shortly after next Monday to determine the seeding. So the final few games will just be about tuning up for the sub-state playoffs, but that is the schedule the rest of the way. And when you look at it, Milwaukee is obviously great. They might be the best team in the state. Certainly it seems like they have the best collection of talent in the state. But every other one of those games on the schedule is one Ottumwa feels like it should win. Right now the Bulldogs are 9-4, and if they're able to play all of those games, including tonight's, 16-5 at the end of the regular season, certainly not out of the question for Ottumwa, and that's assuming they don't go to Waukee and pull an upset. I wouldn't put anything past this Ottumwa team. That'll be the toughest challenge Ottumwa's maybe faced in several years, as good as that Waukee team is. But as they say, you never know. All right, we'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, they should be getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups here at Roosevelt tonight. Bulldogs and Roughriders. Again, boys only tonight. The girls' game was canceled due to COVID concerns. But we'll have the boys' game for you. 2 minutes and we're back with the starting lineups on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Dixon's Floors & More, we don't mind being different, as long as the difference is better. With hundreds of brands to choose from, including the largest manufacturers in the industry, we transform the volume of products we carry into lower prices for you. Don't start your project without starting at Dixon's Floors & More.
Mention you saw this video and receive 5% off your entire purchase at Dixon's Floors & More in Ottumwa.
Keeping you, your families, and your businesses connected in these challenging times is now more important than ever. We here at Lisco are dedicated to continue providing the same local customer service we have over the years. Both your business and home internet and phone service is Lisco's priority. Lisco, your local communications provider. Call me, Megan Daly, at 641-209-5400, 641-209-5400, or visit online at www.lisco.com.
River Community Credit Union is different from other financial institutions. From the safety of your money to who actually owns a credit union. A credit union is a democratic member-owned cooperative. When you join a credit union, you're more than a member. You're an owner, which means you have a say in how your credit union is run. They provide the same products and services as other financial institutions, but are not-for-profit and exist to help people, not to make a profit.
River Community Credit Union, where everybody knows your name.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you, great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa basketball on KBIZ in the live video stream. Bulldogs at Moines Roosevelt. Let's get you our starting lineups. First for your Bulldogs. In the backcourt, the point guard, 6-foot junior Joe Hammer, 5.9 points per game, 6.3 assists per game. Second guard, 6'1" senior Gatlin Menninga, 9.3 points per game. At the 3 spot, 6'2" senior Matt Gravy, 6.6 points per game. At the 4, 6'1" junior Adam Griner, 13.4 points per game. And the big man for Ottumwa, 6'5" senior Trey Swartz, averaging 21.4 points per game. As for Roosevelt, in their backcourt, 6'2" senior Jakari Bradley, their leading scorer, 13.1 points per game. 6'3" sophomore Sam King averages 11.8 points per game. And then rounding out their lineup, 6'4" senior Dijon Ragland, 3.3 points per game. 6'5" sophomore George Williams, 5.4 points per game. And 6'2" sophomore Jamison Patton, averaging 6.6 points per game. Hopefully you're able to hear those lineups over this incredibly loud PA announcer, who clearly didn't have Ottumwa's correct roster when he was reading the lineup, nor did he have the pronunciations. But that's okay, we'll get him right here on the broadcast. Ottumwa's lined up ready for the national anthem. Not often that our boys team sees the anthem in conference, but again, no girls game tonight. So we'll take a 90-second timeout and return on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is how we Sonic.
Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa School. Building relationships, foundations for success. Helping every student to achieve their best. Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa Schools.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free, no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, live video streaming at OttumwaRadio.com. Bulldogs and Roughriders about to get underway. Trey Swartz will jump it up against George Williams. Whistle blows. Ball in the air, tip controlled by the Roughriders. They'll move left to right as we look at it here in the opening half. Jamison Patton, the sophomore, brings it into the front court. Bulldogs set up in their zone. They go right side to Dijon Ragland. Back to Patton. Down to the high post for Williams. Out to Bradley, up top to Sam King. Sophomore over to the left side. Throws it back right side for Ragland. Ball knocked loose in the lane, but it's picked up by Patton underneath, kick it out. 3 left wing is good out of the hand of Sam King. And Roosevelt has the early lead. They set up zone pressure, 2-2-1. Swartz in the backcourt. To the left for Hammer, across the timeline for Gravy. Double teamed. Try to get it back to Hammer, knocked away, stolen. Bradley falling down, loses it, picked up, thrown underneath the King. His shot no, but a whistle and a foul on Ottumwa. The start OHS was looking for there. See who the foul is on. Didn't see who the ref said, and apparently they're not posting it on the scoreboard. The free throw by King is good. 4-0 Roosevelt. He'll get another one. Hiega called it a 1-and-1, which would be impossible in the first foul of the game. Second free throw good. And Roosevelt with an early 5-0 lead. Inbound to Swartz. Across the timeline right side to Griner. Jump pass to Swartz up top. To the right baseline, Menninga. Out on the wing, Griner for a three. In, out, and back in. Adam Griner puts Ottumwa on the board, and Bulldogs quickly back within two. Back the other way, Jamison Patton for Roosevelt. Through that midcourt circle with the big navy blue R in it. High on the right side to Ragland. Back to Patton. Back to Ragland. Ragland getting direction from George Williams up top, moving him left. Now back right to King on the wing to Jakari Bradley, their leading scorer. Back up top to King. Back to Bradley. Bradley around to pick up top to King. Into the corner for Ragland. Underneath to Williams. Turn around in the lane. No good. Rebound to Gatlin Menninga. Bulldogs down 5-3. Chance to tie or take the lead here. 6:25 first quarter. Hammer calls out the play. Roosevelt in the man-to-man. Joe gets it right corner for Griner. Underneath, knocked away from Swartz, saved, but out of bounds into the Roosevelt bench, where Ottumwa will inbound with 6:14 to go in the opening quarter. Hammer to throw the inbounds pass. Gets it into the corner for, well, went to Gravy, but Ottumwa's called for an inbounding violation, and Roosevelt gets it back. Bulldog basketball brought to you by Josh Brenda and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home. Patton into the front court, high on the right side, it goes to Ragland. Back to Patton on the left. Dribble stop at the key. Throws it back high left to Bradley. Bradley pulls up, gets it up top to Williams. Williams to the right, a handoff to Patton. Patton trying to dribble in, lost it, diving on the floor for Ottumwa, but King got it back in the lane, kicks it out to Bradley. Three on the way, good. Jakari Bradley makes it 8-3 Roosevelt. Inbound to Swartz against the pressure. Across the timeline to Griner on the wing. Picked it up, needs some help, and got it back to Hammer high on the left. To the right side, Swartz. Back to Hammer between the circles. Left side to Griner. Down underneath the Gravy. Lets the defender go by, turn around in the lane, and he's going to be called for a travel. I think Matt made one move too many that time, but Ottumwa wants a timeout. 5:26 first quarter. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, we see how important it is to be the kind of financial partner you can depend on, no matter what. We see that you have plans, goals, hopes, and dreams. We see you need banking tools that are real-time and bankers that are real people. At See First, we see all of these things because at See First, we see you.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa ball after the, or Roosevelt ball after the Ottumwa timeout. Bulldogs down 8-3. Gravy nearly got a steal. Patton in the corner, throws it up top, nearly threw it away. Bradley saves it in midcourt. Throws it right side for King. Back to Bradley. King over to the right up high. His pace right now really favors Roosevelt. Into the corner, Ragland. High post for Williams. Back door to Bradley, and his layup is good, and they call a foul on Swartz. Trey Swartz gets his first. Team foul number 2. Jakari Bradley only 53% from the line so far this season. Puts it up, and he converts a three-point play. Roosevelt's hit 2 threes and converted a three-point play. They lead 11-3. Hammer in the backcourt against the pressure, right side to Gravy. Across the timeline to Menninga. Gatlin in a double team. Had it stripped out of bounds. It'll stay with Ottumwa. But right now the Bulldogs are playing right into Roosevelt's double teams. Hammer to throw the inbounds. Got it up top to Swartz. Left side Gravy. Back right side, Hammer, he launches a three. In and out, no good. Meninga, the putback, and the foul. Gatlin Meninga with a chance for a three-point play. Out the buzzer by Gray. Meninga at the line to shoot the free throw. They somehow think that's Matt Gravy, and they're calling him Grave. That's getting annoying. I think the foul was on George Williams. And free throw good for Meninga. Makes it 11-6. I need to look at the roster they handed out, and they're giving out to fans tonight. Well, they don't even have one. I have no idea how he's got Gatlin Meninga as Matt Gravy, much less the incorrect pronunciation. But anyway, it's 11-6 now. Bulldogs within 5. Jakari Bradley up top, around a pick to the right side, throws it towards the corner for King. King brings it back out to the wing, now penetrates into the corner. Bradley a baseline drive, pull-up jumper, no. Rebound. Boy, Matt Gravy had that rebound. He got hit from behind. It went to Patton, who laid it in, and they call a foul on Ottumwa. How did they miss the foul on the rebound? I mean, Matt got hit hard. Ty Glosser about to check in. That foul on Matt Gravy. Coach Hartz is still not happy about the lack of a foul on the rebound. It was number 5 is Eldon Farag, who came in and just hit Gravy from behind. They didn't bother calling it. Free throw no good. Rebound to Glosser. Now they call the foul on Farag for going over the back. His first, team foul number 2. Inbound goes to Griner, back to Hammer. Roosevelt in that press. It's given Ottumwa fit so far. Gravy launch across the timeline to Meninga. Through the hands of a cutting Glosser, and Ottumwa turns it over again. Right play, didn't execute. Glosser's coming down the lane. Left wing is Bradley. Into the corner, Patton. High post for Williams. Into the corner, King for a three. No good. Swartz had the rebound knocked out of his hands by Patton. Throws it back to Williams. On the wing to Farag. He'll try the three. No good. Rebound. Bradley had it, lost it out of bounds. It goes back to Ottumwa. Bulldogs catch a break there, but they've got to start rebounding better. Ottumwa down 13-6, 3:41 to go opening quarter. Inbounds goes to Swartz left side to the center. Meninga across the timeline, and he's bodied up and bumped by Jakari Bradley, who gets called for his first. Team foul number 3 on the Roughriders. Hammer to inbound in front of the Roosevelt bench. Gets it to the free throw line, extended to Griner. Back to Hammer, down to the post for Swartz. Back out to Griner. Left side to Glosser, into the corner Meninga. He'll try the three. Off the rim, no. Griner the weak side rebound. Reverse layup is good on the putback. Adam Griner's got 5 early points. Dogs back within 5, 13-8. 3:15 to go first quarter. Roosevelt will take its time. Bradley, left side for Farag. To the high post, Williams underneath to Bradley. Double team, nearly traveled. Kick it out to King. King goes right side back to Bradley out on the wing. Bradley around a pick, top of the key, right or left side now into the corner to Farag. Underneath, knocked away by Hammer out of bounds. And last touched by Roosevelt. It'll come back to Ottumwa. Substitution for Roosevelt. Dijon Ragland back in, replacing Farag. And checking in for the first time, Jack Gostomski, a 5'11" junior. Hammer within the backcourt, center of the court. Boy, Meninga got hit hard as I think Ragland tried to come through. That's another foul on Roosevelt. They're not announcing who the foul is on, nor are they putting it on the board. So that is the 4th foul on Roosevelt. Meninga into the front court, guarded closely by Patton. Goes right side for Hammer. Hammer around to pick, top of the key, back right side to Meninga. Down to the block for Swartz. Double team comes. Try to feed it across. Stolen away. Gostomski back the other way. Hammer with the steal. Knocked it out of bounds. And, well, thrown away. It'll go back to Ottumwa. Hammer forces another turnover. Bulldogs got to adjust to the defensive pressure of Roosevelt. Inbounds in the backcourt to Griner. Right back to Hammer. He tells everybody to clear out. Go across the timeline, guarded by Gostomski. Gets it to Schwartz, driving down the lane, off the glass, too strong, got his own rebound, kick it out to Hammer. Left wing Griner, he'll try the three. Count it! Adam Griner's feeling it, he's got 8 early points. Dogs back within 2, 13-11. Finish this quarter strong, take the lead, and you can erase the memory of the slow start. Sorry, Bradley into the front court. And is Roosevelt going to hold for the final 2 minutes? And if they do, am I going to go on a shot clock rant? But doesn't matter. Gloucester steals a pass, top of the key, bounce it to a cutting Menninga, lay it up. No, but he's fouled, and Gatlin will shoot 2. Got to see who the foul is on here. They finally say announce a foul on somebody. That's on Patton, his first, we think, team foul number 5. Gatlin Menninga shooting 2. First one on the way. A little short off the rim. Gatlin 63% on the season. He hit his first one tonight, but missed that one. Ethan Levon has checked in, a 5'9" senior for Roosevelt. He replaces Patton. Second free throw, in and out. Empty trip there on the 2 missed free throws, and the rebound to Jakari Bradley. Bradley into the front court. Right side to Williams, knocked away by Griner, ball loose. Bradley trying to save it. Menninga tried to save it, ricochets to Williams, throws it back to Ragland at the volleyball line, and Roosevelt will reset. Right side it goes to Gostomski. Pass underneath, knocked away, and Trey Schwartz has the loose ball. Bulldogs another steal. They really forced Roosevelt into some turnovers here down the stretch in the first quarter. Hammer left wing, penetrates, kicks it out to Griner. Griner driving baseline, lost it, got it back. Throws it up top, knocked away. Glosser recovers, hands off to Hammer. Up top to Menninga, right side to Schwartz. He'll try a 3. Count it! Trey Schwartz gives Ottumwa the lead, his first points of the game, and it's 14-13 Bulldogs. 1 minute to go in the opening quarter. Bulldogs have recovered from the early flurry by Roosevelt. Levon, right side to Bradley. Dribbles, kicks it back to Levon. Guarded closely by Hammer. Left side to Gostomski, to the wing Ragland, into the corner Bradley. Back to Ragland up high on the left. Bulldog bench making noise. And a hand check's going to be called on Joe Hammer as he was trying to guard the taller Ragland. I believe that's Joe's first. Team foul number 4. Sam King returning for Roosevelt. Right side off the inbounds is Ragland. Back left side Levon. Back right side to Ragland. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Back to Levon. Dribbles left to right above the volleyball line. They're trying to clear out a little bit. Up high on the left side to Bradley. Back to Levon. Back to Bradley. Checking the clock. 20 seconds. Back to Levon. Bulldogs not coming out yet. Hammer tried to jump in the passing lane, but the pass didn't come. Now they get it to Bradley with 12 seconds. And a 3-second call against Roosevelt underneath, and the Bulldogs have 10.7 seconds to try to go down and increase the lead. They're up 14-13. Roosevelt will press. Hammer to inbound. Full court pass for Glosser, makes the catch underneath, lay it up and in. What a pass by Hammer. Coast to coast, 16-13. Ragland, 4 seconds to Bradley. Loses it, gets it back. Forces a jumper at the buzzer, no. 16-13, we're back in 1 minute on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Our world has changed a lot in a short amount of time, but your health and safety remain our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and the processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs, and your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care you need. We're here for you today and always.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at Mike'sPizzaSteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Start of the second quarter, Ottumwa 16, Des Moines Roosevelt 13. The Bulldogs were down 11-3 early in the game, but they ended the quarter on a 13-2 run. And now they have the ball to begin the second frame. Inbound to Meninga, gives it right back to Joe Hammer. Hammer guarded by Ethan Levon as he crosses the timeline, goes left side to Meninga. Up top to Adam Griner, underneath the Swartz, turn around in the lane, shot fake, goes up, draws the foul, and Trey Swartz will shoot two. Swartz was triple teamed on that play, but when Trey's on, it doesn't matter how many defenders. That foul charge to Jakari Bradley. Swartz' first free throw too strong. Trey has struggled at the line this year, only 53%, misses the first. For Bradley, that's his second foul, team foul number 6. He checks out. And Nico Brooks, a 6'1" senior, comes in. Roosevelt also has DJ Holiday on the floor, 6'2" senior. Second free throw for Swartz is good, and Ottumwa leads at 17-13. To the front court, Levon. Puts it high on the left to Jamison Patton, back to Levon, back to Patton. Patton brings it left to right, goes left to Brooks. Brooks, right side to Patton. Back to Brooks, up high on the left. Backing away from Hammer. The Bulls kicks it in the corner for Levon. He tries a three, in and out, no good. Rebound tap to Adam Griner. Hammer gets the call from Coach Hartz on the bench, brings the ball into the front court. Up high on the right side, gets it to Griner over towards the wing. Up top to Swartz. He'll try another three. And front rim no good. Rebound pulled in by Nico Brooks. Bulldogs still lead by 4. Levon right side for Patton. Back to Levon. Up to the volleyball line, brings it left to right. Now left side to Sam King. King back to Levon on the right. Back to King, left wing for Brooks. Fakes a pass. Now back up top to King. Right side to Levon on the wing. Back up high on the right to King. Brings it up top, bounce it left side for Brooks. A shot fake. Got Hammer in the air, but Joe managed to come down in good position. Go towards the corner for Patton. Back to Brooks. And an offensive foul and illegal screen is coming out to set that pick was DJ Holiday, and he was moving when he bumped into Joe Hammer. Roosevelt will get George Williams back in the game to replace Holiday. 6:23 to go second quarter. Ottumwa leading 17-13. So trying to shake off that knock a little bit. He inbounds into the front court to Glosser. Gets it underneath the Swartz. Turn around in the lane. A lot of contact. Count the bucket and the foul. Trey Swartz with a chance for a three-point play. Not sure if that foul was on Brooks or Patton. Might be the second one on Patton. It's team foul number 8. And Swartz completes the three-point play. Jakari Bradley back in replacing Patton. I know Bradley has 2 fouls, and he'll play with those 2 fouls, but Roosevelt wants a timeout. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free, no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
After the Roosevelt timeout, Ottumwa sets up a little pressure, try to confuse him in the backcourt. And Brooks gets it left side to Levon, who just did get across the timeline in time. Ottumwa leads by 7. Levon got away with a push off there. Gets it to Bradley left side. Back to Levon. Right side to King up high. Back to Levon on the left. Towards the wing for Bradley. Still way up high. Back to Levon. Back to King at the volleyball line. Left side for Brooks, or for Levon, pardon me. Set a pick to get him open for a 3, and he hit it. Ottumwa fell asleep on that one, and Roosevelt back within 4, 20-16. Swartz in the backcourt to Hammer. Joe Across the timeline. Left side to Glosser up high. Towards the corner for Meninga. Up top to Griner. Adam pulls up the free throw line, kicks it right wing to Glosser. Kai skips it left wing. Schwartz is open. He'll get a look at a three. Off the rim, no. And the rebound pulled in by Nico Brooks. 5:19 second quarter. Ottumwa's lead down to 4. Roosevelt led by as many as 8 early. Ottumwa's led by as many as 7. Bradley dribbles to the right. Into the high post for Williams. To a backdoor cutting Lovon. Lay it up. Count the bucket and the foul, and that'll be the second one on Trey Schwartz. Ottumwa's given up that backdoor a couple of times. And now Schwartz has 2 fouls. Bulldog basketball brought to you by Community First Credit Union with 17 locations to serve you. Armani Robinson will check in for Ottumwa. He replaces Trey Schwartz. Schwartz might be bleeding from the mouth or nose here after that collision. He's headed back to the locker room. Hopefully he'll be okay. Free throw for Lovon is good. He's got 6 points. He's got all 6 points in the quarter for Roosevelt. They've cut it down to a 1-point game. It's Ottumwa 20, Roughriders 19. Glosser, center of the court, Robinson in a little bit of trouble. They call over and back on Hammer, who hadn't gotten across the timeline yet. The thing is, they blew the whistle before Joe touched the ball. Although Armani does have to wait for Hammer to get into the front court before throwing that pass. Now Roosevelt can go back in front with a bucket. Lovon right side to King. Back to Lovon, brings it up top, circles to the right. Back up high on the left to Bradley. On the wing to King, into the corner Brooks. Dribbled, now Trey takes a 3, misses it, with the long rebound out to Lovon. Pull up in the lane, no. And Meninga skies for that rebound. Bulldogs dodge a bullet there. Long pass in the front court. Robinson behind the defense, but he double clutched on the layup to try to avoid a block and missed it. And the rebound pulled in by Roosevelt. Great look there by Meninga, but Ottumwa couldn't finish. Missed opportunity. Lovon up high on the left. Towards the right for King, back to Lovon. High on the wing is Bradley, right back to Lovon, now back to King. Skip it left side to Lovon. Robinson got around the pick, didn't let him get a shot off. Around another pick, now to King. Meninga gets out on him, into the high post Williams. Pivots, down underneath, knocked away by Glosser out of bounds. It'll stay with Roosevelt, 3:58 to go until halftime. Ottumwa still leading 20-19. Bulldog basketball brought to you by Lisco, Southeast Iowa's leader in fiber optic telecommunications. Lisco of Fairfield. Bulldogs in a battle on the road in the Metro Conference. Nico Brooks to inbound. Gets it to King on the left wing. Throws it way up top near midcourt to Jakari Bradley. Bradley over to the left. Goes to the right side of Lovon. To the high post for George Williams, and reaching in, trying to take it away was Kai Glosser, but Kai called for the foul, his first, team foul number 6. Schwartz is back out of the locker room, and looks like trying to stop some bleeding in the mouth there. Got some cotton in the mouth. Up high on the right side is Jakari Bradley. Dribbles towards the top of the key, goes left side for Lovon. Lovon towards the corner for King, back to Lovon. Brings it up top towards the right side, back left side to King. On the wing to Brooks, in the corner Bradley, underneath to Williams, knocked out of his hands, got it back in the lane, pivots, 3 seconds, he was in there too long, and the Bulldogs force a turnover. They'll keep the lead, 3:25 to go until half, 20-19 OHS. Hammer into the front court, or almost front court for Glosser, now right side into the front court for Griner. Adam hands it to Robinson, up high on the right. He's guarded by Sam King, sophomore guarding a junior. Robinson gets it to Glosser high on the right. Up top for Hammer. Left side Meninga. Gatlin waiting for something to happen. Now takes it in the lane. Kicks it to the right corner. A 3 for Griner on the way. Short. Glosser fights for the rebound. Feeds it underneath to Griner, who lays it in. Great effort by Kai Glosser. He'll get the assist. Griner's got 10 points. Dogs up 22-19. 2:50 to go until the half. Lovon into the front court. Left side for Bradley. Back to Lovon. Back to Bradley on the left. Drives in the lane, feeds it to cutting Brooks underneath. Shot was partially blocked by Griner, but it still went in. Nico Brooks, who averages just over half a point a game, gets that bucket, 22-21. Now Griner trying to drive, got stripped. It was knocked out of bounds into the Roosevelt bench, and it'll stay with Ottumwa, 2:29 to go. Roosevelt gets Dijon Ragland back into the game, replacing Nico Brooks. Or pardon me, Brooks is still in there. No, he's out. He's standing up, but he's out of bounds. Into the corner on the inbounds. Glosser for three, little too strong. Griner bats the rebound out, but nobody there to get it for Ottumwa. Bradley the other way. Right corner to King. Baseline drive, cut off. Kicks it out to Bradley. Fakes a pass. Into the post, Williams. Went up, lost it, and a held ball is called. The arrow will keep it with Roosevelt here. 2:14 to go. I think that was Menninga who may get credit for a blocked shot. It'll be Bradley to throw the inbounds pass. Bounce it to Williams underneath, turn around in the lane, and it's good. Ottumwa didn't box it off well. George Williams puts Roosevelt back in front, 23-22. Glosser in the backcourt to the center for Hammer. Across the timeline to Menninga. Dribbles towards the right, gets it to Kai. Up top to Hammer. Under 2 to go. Until halftime, left wing is Adam Griner. Back up top to Robinson behind the volleyball line. To the right side for Hammer. Quick three on the way. No good. He hit the deck, no call. Rebound pulled in by Roosevelt, and then a whistle. And they call Kai Glosser for a foul. That's his second. I think that's the 7th foul. I think Roosevelt's in the 1-and-1 here. So let's see who's shooting here with a minute 45 to go. I think they were going to take George Williams out of the game, and the ref said, no, you're the one who's shooting free throws here. Williams 63% on the season. Going into the 1-and-1. No good. And Ragland's going to get called for a foul on the rebound, and that'll put Ottumwa at the line on the other end. Dijon Ragland, that should be his second, team foul number 9. There were 2 Bulldogs who hit the deck on that play. Which one of them shooting? I thought it was either Griner or Menninga. Or no, it's Kai Glosser. Okay. Kai's pretty good at the line. 5 of 7 on the season, limited opportunities. Minute 44 on the clock, chance to tie the game with the first one. And if he makes it, you could give Ottumwa the lead with the second one. First one up, and he got it. His third point. Tied at 23. One more free throw coming for Kai Glosser, the 6-foot senior. Bulldogs trying to get in front, stay in front by the half without Trey Schwartz, who's got 2 fouls. Second free throw, though, too strong, and the rebound pulled in by King. So tied at 23, minute 40 to go until halftime. Across the timeline is Ethan Levon. Goes in high on the right side to Bradley. Back to Levon. Back to Bradley. Dribbles towards the wing, crossover dribble, left side to Levon, in the corner. King got a look at a 3, missed it. Rebound tap. Bradley saves it in the lane to a cutting King who lays it in. Roosevelt back in front, 25-23. Inbound to Robinson, right back to Hammer, right side to Griner. Griner bounces it back to Joe. Hammer still under some pressure. Across the timeline to Menninga at the free throw line. Left wing goes to Glosser. Back to Hammer. Minute 5 to go. Left side to Glosser. Back up high on the left to Hammer. Joe into the high post for Griner. Kicks it up top to Menninga. Dribbles in, backs out, right side for Robinson. Up top to Griner. Griner to the right, a handoff to Robinson. Around a pick. Pulls up, gets it to Hammer on the left wing, to a cutting Menninga underneath, layup blocked out of bounds by Bradley. 39.4 seconds, Ottumwa keeps it from the baseline. Hammer calling out the inbounds play, he'll throw it from the second 0 and Roosevelt. Gets it in the corner to Griner. To the left wing, Robinson, back in the corner for Hammer. Drives in, pull up, jumper from the lane. No good, but the rebound to Robinson underneath. Kicks it out. Kai Glosser open for a 3. Count it! Glosser puts Ottumwa back in front off the assist from Robinson. 26-25. Roosevelt probably hold for one shot here. 20 seconds to go. Move on between the circles. Gives it to Bradley, who brings it to the right. Down to 10 seconds. Left wing is King. Back to Levon up high on the left. High on the right to Bradley. Back to Levon. Got a 3 off. No good. Rebound to Griner. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Half court good if it goes, off the rim, but Ottumwa leads at 26-25 at the half. We will take 3 minutes, come back and begin the halftime show on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Keeping you, your families, and your businesses connected in these challenging times is now more important than ever. We here at Lisco are dedicated to continue providing the same local customer service we have over the years. Both your business and home internet and phone service is Lisco's priority. Lisco, your local communications provider. Call me, Megan Daly, at 641-209-5400, 641-209-5400, or visit online at www.lisco.com.
At See First, we believe our members deserve financial solutions unlike any other, where the people make you feel appreciated, where you can find the right tools and products at the right price, where high-tech solutions provide serious convenience, not frustration, and where members are so happy they tell their friends. Thank you, See First members. Together really is better.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
Keeping you, your families, and your businesses connected in these challenging times is now more important than ever. We here at Lisco are dedicated to continue providing the same local customer service we have over the years. Both your business and home internet and phone service is Lisco's priority. Lisco, your local communications provider. Call me, Megan Daly, at 641-209-5400, 641-209-5400, or visit online at www.lisco.com.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
We are at halftime. Ottumwa High basketball on KBIZ, brought to you by Cole Palace Cafe and Books on West Main in Ottumwa by the Train Depot. Offering an array of coffee beverages, they also serve breakfast and have homemade soups, salads, and sandwiches for lunch. Like and follow them on Facebook. By Dr. Dwayne Petrito and the team at Petrito Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Call today for an appointment and get a smile that lasts a lifetime. And by Slayton Polaris, your home for the best deals on Polaris Rangers and ATVs. Stop and see them today, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. Close game at the half. Your Ottumwa boys leading the Moines Roosevelt 26-25 here in the capital city tonight. Adam Griner leading Ottumwa with 10 points. Trey Swartz has 7. Kai Glosser has 6, and Gatlin Menega has 3. For Des Moines Roosevelt, Sam King, their sophomore, has 7 points. Jakari Bradley has 6. Ethan Levon has 6. And then 2 points each for George Williams, Jameson Patton, and Nico Brooks. Free throws, Ottumwa wish they'd done a little better in the first half. They were 4 out of 8. Roosevelt was 4 out of 6. And in terms of foul trouble, we're not exactly sure who all the fouls are on because we're sitting opposite from the scorer's table. So when the referee gives a visual signal of the number of the player who committed the foul to the scoring table, we can't see it. And then they're not posting on the scoreboard. Even though they have a place for it, they're not posting on the scoreboard which player the foul is on. So if we don't see an obvious foul, then we're left to guess. And most of the time, the public address announcer is not announcing it either. Having said that, Trey Swartz does have 2 fouls. Kai Glosser, we think, has 2 fouls for Ottumwa. For Roosevelt, their leading scorer, Jakari Bradley, has 2. We think Dijon Ragland has 2, and Jameson Patton has 2. We know we missed at least 1 foul there in the first half. Not sure at all who it was on. A couple others were guesses. But we're doing the best we can, and if somebody fouls out and it surprises us, well, then we'll know where we missed that foul. But at the half, Ottumwa does lead it 26-25, trying to get to 10 wins on the season. Bulldog basketball brought to you by Sonic Drive-In, featuring made-to-order American classics, signature menu items, and speedy service from friendly car hops. Cruise on over to Sonic, North 63 next to Walgreens in Ottumwa for the ultimate Sonic experience. By Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street, Ottumwa, delivering an elevated level of holistic care for the entire family, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure their clients receive the best results as fast as possible. And by Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse in Ottumwa. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for voting them as your favorite restaurant and pizza place. Proud to support the Bulldogs. We'll take 3 minutes, come back, and begin the second half on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Dixon's Floors & More, we don't mind being different, as long as the difference is better. With hundreds of brands to choose from, including the largest manufacturers in the industry, we transform the volume of products we carry into lower prices for you. Don't start your project without starting at Dixon's Floors & More.
Mention you saw this video and receive 5% off your entire purchase at Dixon's Floors & More in Ottumwa.
River Community Credit Union is different from other financial institutions. From the safety of your money to who actually owns a credit union. A credit union is a democratic member-owned cooperative. When you join a credit union, you're more than a member. You're an owner, which means you have a say in how your credit union is run. They provide the same products and services as other financial institutions, but are not-for-profit and exist to help people, not to make a profit.
River Community Credit Union, where everybody knows your name.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at Mike'sPizzaSteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Opa! It's time to experience something new. Like new tech, new options, and new performance upgrades. Polaris gives you the fastest engaging all-wheel drive. The only GPS that lets you plan, track, and share. Ultra-bright LED lights. And exclusive work features you can't get anywhere else. Polaris, think outside.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Basketball brought to you by Mark and the team at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa. Stop in and see the new improvements. Champion Bowl, where bowling is fun. By Ottumwa Regional Health Center, your health and safety is their #1 priority. and by Shannon and the team at Dixon's Floors and More. Stop in today, check out the awesome showroom, and let Shannon give you a free estimate for flooring, cabinets, and fireplaces at Dixon's Floors and More, just past Walmart in Ottumwa. Start of the second half is upon us. Your Ottumwa boys lead Des Moines Roosevelt on the road 26-25. Bulldogs will have the ball. Joe Hammer, Gatlin Menninga, Matt Gravy, Adam Griner, Trey Swartz on the floor for Ottumwa. Jamison Patton, Sam King, Dijon Ragland, George Williams, and Jakari Bradley for Roosevelt. Bulldogs in the road red jerseys, Roosevelt in the home whites. Hammer inbounds midcourt to Griner. They'll hand it right back to Joe. Right wing goes to Griner. Looking underneath. Now up top to Swartz. Trey goes left side for Menninga. Gatlin surveys. On the dribble, picked it up, got it up top to Griner. Left him alone, he'll try the three. Back iron, no. Menninga skies for the rebound, kicks it out to Hammer right wing. I think Adam was surprised to be that wide open. Now Swartz trying to drive on Williams. Behind the back, goes back to Hammer on the right. He dribbles in, kicks it back up top to Trey. Shot fake, drives in, cut off, kick it out to Menninga. He's open for the three. In and out, no good. Rebound on the floor, pulled in by Sam King. Couple of wide open looks at a Trey, couldn't get him to drop. Jakari Bradley walks it into the front court. Roosevelt always plays at a deliberate pace. Up top is Williams. Left wing to Ragland. Ragland back up top against that Bulldog zone. Back left side to Patton. Patton back to Ragland high on the right towards the corner Bradley. Free throw line extended, giving go to Bradley. Pass intended for King in the left corner, deflected out of bounds. Good hands in the passing lane by Ottumwa there. Roosevelt will inbound from the corner. 6:51 on the clock, third quarter. Ottumwa still leading by a point. Bradley. Into the corner for Williams. Back up high on the left for King. Swing it right to Ragland. High post, free throw line extended for Williams. Dribbles across, kicks it left corner for King. Gets it back up top for Bradley. Bradley gets it back to King. Now left wing for Patton. Skip it right side for Bradley. Baseline drive. Kicks it back out, deflected. Patton catches it. Jump stop in the lane. Tough shot in the lane. No good. Rebound to Hammer. Long defensive possession, but the Dogs did well. Hammer hands off to Griner. He lost it. It'll go out of bounds and go back to Roosevelt here. Nobody really signaled at first. All the officials kind of looking at each other. It seemed like Roosevelt had it a long time, but someone had it a few seconds, and it's right back to the Rough Riders. Up high on the right side, Jakari Bradley. Pass knocked away, stolen by Griner. Someone gets another steal. Adam brings it into the front court. Hands off to Hammer. Standing on that big navy blue R. Now to the left wing for Matt Gravy. Looking underneath, now up top to Menninga. And a lob was deflected, then a whistle underneath, and they get an offensive foul on Trey Swartz. And Coach Hartz can't believe it. That's the third one on Swartz. Well, that's a critical call right there. I hate to bring it up, but we have had, over the years, some nasty officiating. Not saying that tonight. Bradley goes in the corner, threw it away, back to Ottumwa. But I remember my first trip here, as Kai Glosser checks in for Ottumwa, and Swartz goes to the bench. I remember a loose ball in the backcourt. I want to say it was Ben Kramer chasing after it, and he got elbowed in the head so hard he was cut open, and they called a foul on Kramer. Glosser trapped, nearly stolen. Hammer got it, right side to Griner. He drives in, jump stop, foul on the floor on Roosevelt. Ethan Levon will get that foul. Coach Gravitt was coaching at Ottumwa back then. And that was the hardest. It was a well-earned technical on that call. And I think the ref didn't want to give it to him because he realized too late that Kramer was bleeding. Oh man, Adam Griner took the inbounds pass. He stumbled in and laid it in, but got called for the travel. Neither of these teams can find any rhythm here in the early part of the third quarter. Williams skips it left side for Patton outside the lane. Back up top to King on the left. He'll dribble left to right. Swing it left side for Patton. Now to Lovan on the wing. Back to Patton up top. Dribbles in, and an offensive foul as Gatlin Menninga drew the charge. And that should be the third one on Jamison Patton. 5 minutes to go here in the third. We're still at 26-25. That's where we began the third quarter. Patton checks out. Nico Brooks is in for Roosevelt. Roosevelt will set up their press. Hammer in the backcourt. Across the timeline to Griner. He takes it down to the baseline. And he had it taken away by Bradley. Ottumwa just not taking care of the basketball very well tonight. Bradley into the front court. There's a right side for Levan, who nearly didn't look for it. Left side to King, back up top Bradley. Bradley around a pick to the right. Let's give it left corner and a whistle. And a 3-second call on Roosevelt. This team's trading turnovers right now as Zeldine Farag checks in. They called him Easy E on the PA. PA's a little too informal tonight, I think. Griner on the left to the center, Hammer in the backcourt. Across the timeline to Glosser on the wing, back to Griner, now up top to Hammer. Joe, right corner for Menninga, open for a three, need it. Off the rim, no. Griner fighting for the rebound. Got tied up with Williams, and that's a foul on Adam. Only the first one on Griner, team foul number 2 on Ottumwa. 4:13 to go second quarter, or third quarter, pardon me. Right side up high to Levan. Back up top, Jakari Bradley. Left side, Sam King. Back to Bradley. Around a pick to the right, pulls up for a three and hit it. First bucket for either team in the second half. Roosevelt in front 28-26. Menninga stolen by Bradley. Puts up the floater in the lane, missed it. Quick 5-0 spurt, timeout Ottumwa. Bulldogs down 4, back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to experience something new. Like new tech, new options, and new performance upgrades. Polaris gives you the fastest engaging all-wheel drive. The only GPS that lets you plan, track, and share. Ultra bright LED lights. And exclusive work features you can't get anywhere else. Polaris. Think outside.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Out of the timeout, Ottumwa trying to beat the Roosevelt zone. Hammer in the backcourt across the timeline to Glosser. Gets it to a cutting Menninga down the lane. Lay it up. No, but a whistle and a foul. Then Gatlin Menninga will shoot 2. That'll be the second foul on Zeldin Farag. E-Z-E-L-D-I-N-F-A-R-A-G. Zeldin Farag. Menninga at the line 1 for 3 on the night. 13 foul of the half from the Roughriders. 3:35 to go third quarter. Ottumwa down 4. First free throw, left it short. Ottumwa, it's a little tired tonight. Again, normally you play Friday and then Tuesday. This is Friday and then Monday, but Roosevelt played Saturday, so they have even less rest than Ottumwa does. Second free throw, and that one left short. Griner fights for the rebound and rescues it, feeds it to Schwartz. Shot fake, and he's fouled on the floor. And if that's on Farag, that's his third. Team foul number 4. Hammer to inbound. Lob to Schwartz up top, gets it to Griner. Back left wing to Schwartz. Shot fake, trying to drive on Williams, goes to the corner, gets it back to Hammer high on the left. To Glosser in the corner. Lob underneath to Schwartz. Double team. Goes up anyway. Too strong rebound. And Schwartz got hit in the head. He's holding his head for a moment. They don't call that. Roosevelt back the other way. Bulldogs cannot buy a point so far. They've gone 5 minutes without scoring. 3 minutes to go here in the third. Bradley around to pick. In the corner for Levon, a three on the way, and he hit it. And now Ottumwa in a bit of a danger zone. They're down 7 again, 33-26. Swartz in the backcourt. To the center for Hammer. Across the timeline for Glosser. So cutting Menninga underneath, and the layup no good. Rebound to Roosevelt. The right play there again, but Gatlin couldn't finish. This is not a game you want to lose when you're trying to get a 2 seed in sub-state. Ottumwa was down 8 in the first quarter and rallied. They led by as many as 7. They're now down 7 again. Levon right side for Bradley, and you know Roosevelt will take the air out of the ball. Passing lane to Williams, and he got called for steps. 2:14 to go in the third. Ottumwa had a 1-point lead to the half. They've been outscored 8-0 in the first 5 minutes and 46 seconds of this third quarter. And down to Griner on the right, to the center Menninga, back to Hammer. Dribbles across the timeline, double team comes. Tried to get it to Glosser, knocked away, stolen, thrown up ahead for King. And he got fouled by Menninga, who blocked the shot as well. But Sam King will shoot 2, and Ottumwa way out of sorts right now. Gatlin got his first foul there, team foul number 3. Sam King at the line, 2 for 2 on the night, 85% on the season. First one on the way and good. DJ Holiday checks back in for Roosevelt, replacing George Williams. Bulldog basketball brought to you by River Hills Community Health Center. Locations in Ottumwa, Centerville, Oskaloosa, Richland, and Sigourney. They've been growing healthy communities for over 20 years. Visit riverhillshealth.org for updates and more information, or find them on Facebook. Second free throw, no good. So it's 34-26. Dogs down 8. That matches the biggest lead for Roosevelt tonight. Swartz triple teamed in the corner. Glosser, 3. No. Rebound, Griner. Oh, they say he pushed off. Didn't look like much. I've seen Ottumwa get hit harder than that and not get it called tonight. Roosevelt with the ball and an 8-point lead. Levon into the high post for Holiday. To Bradley left side. Back out to Farag. To the right side for King. King dribbles left, now gets it back right to Levon. High post again for Holiday. Nearly knocked out of his hands, got it to Bradley on the wing. A 3 on the way, no good. Farag the putback, it goes, and he was fouled. And now Ottumwa's in trouble. First bucket for is Eldon Farag. That foul, I think, was on Adam Griner, his second. Free throw is up. Hit the back iron and went through. Boy, it's been that kind of quarter. 37-26, Ottumwa down 11. Pass into the front court for Glosser, and he got bumped on the sideline there by DJ Holiday. That'll be his second. Team foul number 5. And Ottumwa wants another timeout. Minute 19 to go in the third, down 11. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, we see how important it is to be the kind of financial partner you can depend on, no matter what. We see that you have plans, goals, hopes, and dreams. We see you need banking tools that are real-time and bankers that are real people. At See First, we see all of these things because at See First, we see you.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High basketball brought to you by the Ottumwa Community School District, where they're proud to engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Go Bulldogs. Bulldogs need to get going. They have not scored in the third quarter. Only a minute 19 left in the frame. They trail 37-26. They've been outscored 12-0 in this third quarter. Joe Hammer to inbound. Gets it up top to Swartz. Right wing to Griner. Back to Hammer left wing. Kicks it back to Swartz, back to Hammer in the corner for a 3. No good. Rebound to King. The lid remains on the bucket for Ottumwa. Roosevelt might hold for the final shot here with a minute to go. Hammer trying to get a steal. They go to Bradley up top. Down the lane. Shot blocked by Schwartz. Rebound to Griner. Up ahead to Hammer. Dogs want to run. Bounce it. Knocked away by Brooks. It's out of bounds. How do they say that belongs to Roosevelt? Nico Brooks knocked that out of bounds. Schwartz had no way of touching that ball. That is an awful call. Lovon picked up his dribble in the backcourt, gets it to Bradley, back to Lovon. Bulldogs try to trap, gets out of it, fires underneath to Brooks, shot fake, laid it up, no. Rebound tapped across and Lovon got it back. Now he drives baseline, cut off. Throws it up high in the left to King. King bounces it right side for Farag. Into the high post, Bradley nearly had it knocked away, got it. Kick it left wing. Lovon for three, that's off, no good. But King got the rebound, nobody boxed him out. And that's a travel, it's gotta be, thank you. Well, he gathered the ball and then he did a jump stop after he was already holding the ball. Hammer to throw the inbounds, Roosevelt will press, comes into Griner. Hammer tells Griner to go. Into the front court, gives it to Armani Robinson. 8 seconds, 6 seconds. Robinson, back right side to Schwartz, got out of a double team, pull-up jumper in the lane, got it. So Ottumwa finally scores. They're down 11 to the fourth quarter. We go in a minute on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa School. Building relationships, foundations for success. Helping every student to achieve their best. Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa Schools.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Start of the fourth quarter. Ottumwa with work to do. They trail Roosevelt 37-28. My math was wrong at the end of the third. We're down 9, not 11, but still a road to climb back against a team that's very deliberate with the ball. Ethan Lovon up top. There's it left side for Farag. To the free throw line. Bradley knocked away. Steal by Hammer. Got it up ahead to Robinson. Lay it up. Count it. Armani Robinson with the bucket. That's a good start. He forced the loose ball. Hammer came over with it and got it back to Armani. 37-30. Dogs back within 7. Lovon nearly had it taken away. Double team. And I think they get a foul on Ottumwa here. I guess it was on Hammer. That would be his second if it is. Again, they're not posting who the foul is on here. And the scores tables across the way. We can't see the referee's signal. Patton into the lane for Bradley. Backs it out. Gets it high on the left side to King. King nearly hit his pocket pick. He did. Hammer knocked it away. Robinson's got it. Armani takes it back down again. Lay it up. No. Rebound to King. Griner trying to get the tie up. Roosevelt got a timeout. 7:16 to go. Bulldogs down 7, back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I'm Mark Frymoyer, owner of Champion Bowl. Winter got you feeling cooped up? Break out and come to Champion Bowl. We have a full bar and a great menu. Hang out in the lounge. Let us cook for you. Celebrate birthdays and special events. Call us at 682-8005 to help set up your next big event. We look forward to seeing you at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, where bowling is fun. Open every day at 10 and at noon on Sunday. Follow us on Facebook for specials and events.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Out of the timeout, Roosevelt bringing it back into the front court, leading Ottumwa 37-30. George Williams throws it towards the right side for Ethan Levon. Bulldogs really pressuring here, trying to get more loose balls. Another ball deflected, rescued in the corner by King. And as he was trying to dribble out, they call a foul, and that's the fourth one on Trey Swartz. Team foul number 7, too, so Roosevelt shooting a 1-and-1 with 6:58 to go. Sam King at the line, 3 for 4 on the night. First one is good. He's got 9 points, 38-30. Ottumwa got a quick steal. Start the quarter, got within 7, had another one, missed the layup, could have been within 5, but now those 2 free throws. It's Roosevelt back up 9, 39-30. Inbound to Swartz, he's staying in with 4 fouls. Hammer, long pass into the front court, knocked away by Williams, and he saved it to Patton, and then Robinson is called for a block. First one on Armani, team foul number 8. .652 to go. Ottumwa's, and they've cranked up the defensive pressure, but they're going to have to crank up the offensive efficiency here in a hurry. Jamison Patton only 50% from the line on the season. 1-and-1 here. First one, no good, and the rebound to Griner. Well, that's something the Dogs needed. Let's see if they can make it count. Hammer, right side for Griner. To the corner, Glosser. Up top to Hammer, left side to Robinson, to the corner, Swartz. They'll try the 3. Count it! Trey Swartz, he's got 12 points, 6-point game, 39-33. Dogs have come back in this gym before. I remember a game several years ago where Aaron Rohn drew a late charge, and then Matthew Moreland caught a full-court pass for a layup and a foul, and Ottumwa ended up winning the game by 1. Right side is Levon, up top to Bradley. Left side for Patton. High post for Williams. Could have driven it, instead kicked it back to Bradley. Now to Patton on the left. Williams again, looking for the back door to Levon, and he laid it in. Ottumwa cannot allow that back door again. They're down 8, 41-33. Swartz on the left. Back to Hammer. Lob it across the timeline to Robinson. Robinson goes left to right on the dribble. Gets it left side to Glosser in the corner. Swartz open for another 3. Off the rim, no. Rebound to Bradley. Swartz got knocked over, no call. Hammer trying to take it away from Bradley, and a reach-in foul called on Joe. It's his 3rd. And timeout here for Roosevelt, 5:37 to go. Bulldogs down 41-33, back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching Bulldog basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Game reset time, 5 minutes, 37 seconds to go. Roosevelt 41, Ottumwa 33. Roosevelt about to shoot its final 1-and-1 of the night. Bulldogs have committed 9 fouls. Roughriders have committed 5. Each team has 2 full timeouts remaining. Jakari Bradley at the line, 1 for 1 on the night, only 53% on the season. Might be why Hammer wanted to foul it. Front end is good.
Bradley in the first.
12 points for Jakari Bradley. He averages 13 a game. 42-33. Second free throw. And he got them both. 43-33. Can you come back from down 10, 5:37 to go? And the offense has really not clicked most of the night. Swartz called for a travel as you try to get it back to Hammer. Just nothing going right. Other than that 13-2 spurt at the end of the first quarter, not much has gone right for Ottumwa. Lovan up high. Gets it center of the court to Bradley. Into the high post, Williams. Back out to Bradley. To Lovan. Dribbling against Meninga. Picked up the dribble, got it to Williams. Williams left side for Bradley. Gets it back right side of Lovan. They're just playing keep away now. Top of the key. Williams, who cutting Jakari Bradley, backs it out to the wing. Up top, Lovan. Bulldogs chase it now. They double team Lovan, trying to take it away. And we'll get a held ball, and the arrow should give it back to Ottumwa. Hammer inbound from midcourt. 5:01 to go. Throws it to the middle for Meninga. Back to Joe. High post for Griner. Up top to Swartz. Got to look at a three. Count it! Trey Swartz, his second three of the quarter, keeping Ottumwa alive. 43-36. Inbound to Patton. Back to Bradley. If you're going to foul somebody here right now, it would be Jamison Patton. Center of the court, Williams. Across the timeline to Bradley, left side. To the wing. Trying to get back up top. Ottumwa trying to get a steal or a 5-second call. Underneath to a wide open King. He laid it up. It's good, and he's fouled. Fouls on Kai Glosser, his third. Team foul number 10. Nico Brooks back in for Roosevelt. King with 12 in the game, shooting a free throw for 13. He's 5 for 6 on the night from the line. And the free throw good. 10-point game again. Inbound to Griner. Back to Hammer. Left side for Swartz. Back to Joe in the center. Lob across the timeline. Meninga left side. Pulled up on the baseline. Kick it back to Swartz. Up top to Hammer. A long three on the way for Joe. Short off the rim. Boy, Bradley kind of climbed up the back of Swartz. They didn't bother calling that. And then the ball ends up in the hands of Williams. So when Griner does that, it's a foul. But when Bradley does it, it's not. Now Patton drives in, loses the ball. Swartz gets the loose ball. Up ahead to Hammer, finding Glosser on the right side, back to Hammer, shot fake, back in the corner for Glosser, one and go underneath, nobody there, back to Hammer on the wing, up top to Swartz, left side for Griner, back up top Glosser, drives in, right-handed layup, nobody's fouled, and Kai Glosser will shoot two with 3:44 to go. Not see who that foul was on for Roosevelt. It's their team foul number 6. Glosser's first one is good. Dijon Ragland back in for Roosevelt. Glosser 2 for 3 now from the line. And he misses the second. The rebound run down in the corner by Williams. 46-37. Long pass in the front court for Patton. Finds King, who lays it in. 48-37. Swartz. Left wing to Glosser. He'll try a three. Got it. Kai Glosser makes it an 8-point game again, 48-40. Dogs keep threatening to get back into it, but then they can't get a stop. Bradley in the backcourt to Williams. Now to Patton. Lob across the timeline. Ragland can't save it. Roosevelt threw it away. Ethan Lovan will check back in for the Rough Riders. 48-40, 3:14 to go. Get a bucket here, you can get it down to a 2-possession game. There's still time. Roosevelt still pressing. Meninga center of the floor across the timeline. Right side to Griner. In the corner, Glosser. He'll try another three. Count it! Back-to-back threes for Kai Glosser. 5-point game, 48-43, 3 minutes to go. Now get another stop here. Bradley across the timeline to King. Center of the floor, Williams. Ooh, Glosser thought he had it knocked away, but a foul on Ottumwa. I believe that's the 4th on Kai. George Williams at the line. He is 0 for 1 on the night, 63% on the season. Roosevelt in the double bonus. First one, good. 49-43. If he misses this, it's still a two-possession game. Makes it be a 7-point advantage. And in and out, no good. Rebound to Glosser. 6-point game. Is it too much to hope for another three? Hammer. Lob underneath for Meninga. Out to Swartz. Trey up top to Hammer. Right side to Meninga. Penetrates. Kick it out. Left wing. Griner open for a three. Back iron, no. Meninga tips the rebound. Couldn't control it. Williams ran it down in the corner. Up ahead to King. One-on-one with Glosser. Down the lane. Layup, no. Patton, though, the rebound. Ottumwa trying to get a tie-up, and we get a foul. And Hammer can't believe it. Who's it on? I think it's the fourth one on Hammer. So Hammer's got 4, Swartz has 4, Glosser has 4. Boy, that three would have been big by Griner. Patton shooting 2. First one good. 50-43. Still 2:27 to go. Second free throw. Too strong. Rebound to Griner. 7-point game. Hammer across the timeline. Left corner Meninga. Back to Joe. Up top Griner. Right side Glosser. Drives in. Bounce it underneath the Meninga. Reverse layup. Counted in the foul. Meninga will have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. That's on Lovan, his second. Team foul number 7. So Gatlin at the line, he struggled tonight. 1 for 5. This would make it a 4-point game if he could knock it down. Senior lines it up. Missed it. Rebound to Patton. 5-point game. Bradley in the backcourt against pressure. Over to Levon on the right. Across the timeline. Hammer went for the steal. Nearly got it. Back up top to Bradley. Lobs it to Williams in the lane. Backs it out. Gets it to Levon up top. Bulldogs chase and a timeout Roosevelt. Minute 58 to go. Bulldogs down 5, trying to pull up the comeback. We're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Coal Palace Cafe and Books invites you to stop in and try their real, not fast, fresh, never frozen, made-in-house menu, which is sure to satisfy. Start your day with their fresh brewed coffee or one of their specialty drinks and a delicious breakfast. Stop in for a cup of one of their homemade soups, a sandwich, or salad for lunch. Don't forget dessert. At Coal Palace Cafe and Books, your purchases help our neighbors with disabilities learn valuable job skills. Check out their gently used books while you wait. That's Coal Palace Cafe and Books at 226 West Main Street, Ottumwa.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
One minute 58 seconds to go. Roosevelt 50, Ottumwa 45. Roosevelt down to just one timeout remaining. Ottumwa still has 2. Bulldogs are in the bonus. Roughriders in the double bonus. Roosevelt inbounding. Get it into Williams. Back to Lovan. Lovan had it deflected, got it back. Fires underneath the King, who lays it in. Ottumwa just can't catch a break. 7-point game, 52-45. Griner on the right side. Hands it to Hammer. Into the corner, Glosser. Skips it left wing to Swartz. Trey tries the 3. Too strong. Rattles in and out. Meninga the rebound. Stripped out of his hands, out of bounds. It'll stay with Ottumwa. Minute 32 to go. Boy, that ball was rolling around the rim off the hand of Swartz. I thought for a second it was going to go down. 52-45. Hammer to the corner for Swartz. Left wing for Meninga. Up top, Glosser. Back to Gatlin. He'll try the 3. Short. Rebound in the corner, run down by King. Got him trapped in there. Throws it out. Williams comes down with it. Hammer knocked it loose. Ball on the floor. And they get it up ahead to Patton. Patton trying to drive on Swartz. Put it up. Count it. And the foul. Swartz was trying not to foul, but he's fouled out of the game. And that may be the nail in the coffin. Trey Swartz fouls out with a minute 12 to go. Patton at the line trying to convert a three-point play and make it a 10-point game again. It's up. Left it short. Rebound to Menega. Bulldogs down 9. Hammer, pull up 3, right wing. No good. Rebound Gravy. Into the corner, Griner. He'll try the 3. Short. Rebound tap to Williams. Minute to go. Williams gets it ahead to King at midcourt on the right side. King around Gravy. Into the corner for Patton. Throws it back to King. Ottumwa desperately trying to get the ball away. Hammer called for the foul, and he's fouled out of the game. Fouls out at the 52nd mark. Armani Robinson in for Hammer. Kari Bradley shooting 2. First one good. Bulldogs and Roughriders will meet again on the 12th, a week from Friday in Ottumwa. And we'll see if Ottumwa can learn the lessons from tonight as Bradley hits the second free throw, 56-45. Menega into the front court. Gets it up top to Griner. Adam drives in, lay it up, couldn't get it to go. And Griner called for the foul trying to get to the rebound, I think. Or no, they call a foul on Roosevelt. So Griner going to the line. Not sure who the foul was on. Griner shooting a 1-and-1, 40.5 seconds to go. Puts it up and got the roll. First point of the second half, he's got 11 in the game. 56-46. Second free throw. Got the roll again. 56-47, inbound to Levon. Over to Bradley. Bulldogs still putting some pressure onto the backcourt. Levon across the timeline to King. Bounces to Patton. Missed the layup, but he's fouled by Matt Gravy. And Jamison Patton will shoot 2 with 30.5 seconds to go. It's the third quarter that really did Ottumwa in tonight as the free throw is good. Bulldogs are outscored in the third quarter 12-2. Nobody scored for about the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. Ottumwa didn't score in the quarter until there was 1 second left. Second free throw good. 58-47, under 30 to go. Menega, right side for Griner. Pulls up for the 3. Off the rim, no. Menega got the rebound underneath. Kick it out to Robinson. Up top to Glosser. Back to Armani. He'll try a 3. Too strong. Rebound to King. And Ottumwa, I think we'll let this one play out. So the Bulldogs come to Roosevelt and take what's going to be a pretty tough loss. 58-47, the final score. As OHS will drop to 9-5, and now they're hoping that Cedar Rapids Kennedy will have a tough time tonight in their game as well as we think about sub-state seeding. 58-47 the final. We're back in 3 minutes to wrap it up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
Our world has changed a lot in a short amount of time, but your health and safety remain our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and the processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs, and your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care you need. We're here for you today and always.
At Dixon's Floors and More, we don't mind being different, as long as the difference is better. With hundreds of brands to choose from, including the largest manufacturers in the industry, we transform the volume of products we carry into lower prices for you. Don't start your project without starting at Dixon's Floors & More.
Mention you saw this video and receive 5% off your entire purchase at Dixon's Floors & More in Ottumwa.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching Bulldog Basketball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time tonight to the Moines Roosevelt in the Pomerantz Gymnasium, where just a few nights after playing their best game of the season, your Ottumwa boys basketball team unfortunately did not match that effort as they fall to Des Moines Roosevelt 58-47. Ottumwa drops to 9-5, 3-3 in the Metro Conference. Roosevelt now 3-6, also 3-3 in Metro Conference play. Trey Swartz led Ottumwa with 15 points tonight. Kai Glosser had 13 off the bench. Adam Greiner had 12. 5 points for Gatlin Menninga and 2 points for Armani Robinson. The Roughriders, led by Sam King, the sophomore, had 17 points. Jakari Bradley had 15. Ethan Lovan had 11. 7 points for Jamison Patton. 3 for Izelding Farag. 2 for George Williams, and 2 points for Nico Brooks. Bulldogs needed to be better at the free throw line tonight, only 7 of 15. Roosevelt, who shot more free throws because Ottumwa had to foul down the stretch. The Roughriders 17 of 23 from the line. Well, the hope for a 2 seed in Sub-State not lost, although this game will hurt the Bulldogs' resume. As we mentioned, it's probably between Ottumwa and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Kennedy's got 4 pretty tough games this week, so we'll see how they do. In the meantime, Ottumwa's got to wait until Friday to try to shake this one off. The Bulldogs will host Des Moines Lincoln on Friday at Evans Middle School. And again, because the girls have a COVID issue, we anticipate, we don't know for sure, but we suspect that that Friday matchup might also be boys only. But we will announce it as soon as we do know officially just how long the Ottumwa girls program has to take a pause. But our next broadcast of Ottumwa High athletics will be Friday night. Bulldogs taking on Des Moines Lincoln here on KBIZ and on the live video stream. I want to thank all our sponsors one more time: Meridian Credit Union, Cold Palace Cafe and Books, Petrita Orthodontics, Community First Credit Union, Slayton Polaris, Sonic Drive-In, Family First Chiropractic, Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse, Lisco, Champion Bowl, Ottumwa Regional Health Center, Dixon's Floors & More, Ottumwa Community School District, and River Hills Community Health Center. A big thank you to Bulldog head coach Neil Hartz for helping us prepare for the broadcast tonight. And a big thank you to both of my producers, Annie Argo, our on-site video producer, and Brandon Drew, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Finally, I want to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa High Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Basketball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream at OttumwaRadio.com. My name's Jason Van Arco. I'll talk to you Friday night when the Bulldogs play host to Des Moines Lincoln. Until then, good night, everybody.